Hey guys, Binsky here today. I want to make a brief video today for you about the history of Sledgehammer Games, since they'll be making the next Call of Duty game. I thought it might be better for those of you who don't know much about Sledgehammer and what to expect from them. I'm showing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 gameplay because this is the last game they worked heavily on, alongside Infinity Ward. The company was founded in 2009 by Glenn Schofield and Michael Condrey. They had previously worked at EA. They worked on 007 from Russia with Love, if I'm not mistaken about that. But the big title we all know them for, and the world knows them for, is that these guys developed Dead Space. It might be wrong to give them sole recognition for the game, but they are the big players for making the Dead Space franchise. Eventually, later in time, they decided to split up and create their own studio, which is Sledgehammer Games. Activision purchased them with the intention of adding a third studio to the Call of Duty development cycle. But this went haywire very quickly because at the time they bought the Sledgehammer Games, it was the same time that Infinity Ward had a big problem with how their leadership got fractured and split off and became Respawn Entertainment. Respawn Entertainment is a gaming studio which just released Titanfall not long ago. However, before that time, Sledgehammer Games had the time to sit down and work on a prototype and develop a new idea for Call of Duty. Sledgehammer Games were gonna be the third studio, the one with the artists and creativity in the group. And they took the risk and got the oddball idea out there. And they spent 8 months on a project and made this game that was a third-person action-adventure Call of Duty game. And it was a big departure from the original first-person shooter. And it was more like an adventure than a shooter, and I looked at it like an Uncharted game by Naughty Dog. But what happened is when Infinity Ward split up, and apparently this was part of the split up, adding another studio, and this went bad really fast, and about half of them left to form Respawn Entertainment, and this left Modern Warfare 3 badly unfinished. Then Activision invited Sledgehammer Games to join and co-produce Modern Warfare 3 with Infinity Ward, and it was taken as a high-risk gamble for them because if anything went wrong, they would get blamed as being an outsourced studio, and if it went right, Activision would get the credit. So after all this, they decided to go, and it turned out pretty good for them. If you look on the cover of your Modern Warfare 3 game, you would actually see Sledgehammer Games on it, and they did it in 20 to 21 months. A typical game development cycle is 3 to 5 years, but Modern Warfare 3 was put out together in 20 to 21 months, and it worked well enough for them, and Activision decided to give them their own Call of Duty title to work on. Rumor has it that Sledgehammer Games also worked on Ghost with Infinity Ward, Ravensoft, Neversoft, Beachhead. Rumor that Treyarch was also involved. There apparently was some big development because it had to be developed in so many platforms. But the next Call of Duty game, which Sledgehammer Games will be developing, which we already know, is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which has been in development for at least 3 years. You may have noticed them at Call of Duty Championship. Maybe they were taking notes for the game, we don't know, but when you ask them, they keep on saying the same thing as all developers say: we're going for an ambitious Call of Duty. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Obinsky out.